it felt like it needed time to branch out. Why did the tree get in trouble with its parents? Because it was very naughty. Yeah. So I'm going to hand the microphone over to Ruth Sabo, our president, and we are Congregation L'Dor Va-Dor, and this is our Tu B'Shvat Seder. I took the Seder from NIFTY, which is a religious program. It's about 20% theirs, and 80% of it I changed. So hopefully we like it, and maybe we'll be able to do this again another year. So welcome, Ruth.
Hi, Shabbat Shalom, everybody, and Hag Tu B'Shvat Sameach. And I just want to thank Carol put together this Haggadah for Tu B'Shvat Seder. She did a beautiful job, and we're really hoping you'll all enjoy it. I'm just going to mention that on the table, I put on each table, there's a few sheets about charities that support the environment, that are highly regarded and get excellent ratings from Charity Navigator. So if anyone feels that this is a good time, which it is, to support charities that work to save our environment, you've got some suggestions on the table. So I'm starting with the earth sent forth vegetation, plants bearing their own kinds of seeds, and trees producing fruits containing their own kinds of seeds. God saw that it was good. That's from Genesis. There's two fruits on your platter that I just want to mention because they're not ones that you usually come across. The first is the dark brown. I made a mistake. I cut them all in thirds, but they would be like this. So this is carob. If I remember the second time I was in Israel, the carob were on the trees where we were walking down the streets in Jerusalem, and carob pods were just within reach, and my kids and my husband and I would grab them and chew on them. So probably most people have never tried them, but you eat all of it, and that's what this is. It's the fruit taking the form of seed pods of flowering evergreen trees in the legume family. It is native to the Mediterranean region and the Middle East, including, of course, Israel. It's often ground into powder or made into chips as a caffeine-free alternative to chocolate chips. Its seeds are used to produce locust bean gum, which should sound familiar to you if you ever read labels on packages. It's a thickening agent used in many processed foods. So that's a natural thickening agent. And the other unusual fruit is these little tiny pieces here of candied something, and it's citron. And shout out if you remember what the Hebrew name is for citron. Nobody? Nobody?
What? The little, what is it?
The citron, and for Sukkot, we have lulav and etrog. And etrog is the Hebrew name for citron. So I'm going to just talk about that for a minute. And it's a large, fragrant citrus fruit with a thick rind, if you remember, from Sukkot. It's one of the original citrus fruits going back many, many, many thousands of years, from which all other citrus fruits developed. What we eat today is the inner white rind, which is candied in sugar. So it's sweet and delicious. It is high in vitamin C and fiber, and it's also a component of some perfumes, which I just learned. So I wanted to just talk about those, because the rest, the pineapple, the strawberries, the almonds, you know those. But I did want to mention those, and that's it.
Thank you. Thank you, Ruth. So I would like somebody to be a reader for page 3 at the top. Marcy. Into the microphone would be really good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Introduction to Seder. On the 15th day of the month of Shabbat, Shavuot, thank you. Shvat. Okay. The Jewish community celebrates the holiday of Tu B'Shvat, or what is commonly known as the New Year for the trees. It's a time of year when we celebrate and honor the sacred and unique connection which exists between Judaism and nature, a time when we remember the biblical teaching that the tree of the fields is man's life, Deuteronomy 20:19. Additionally, it is at this time of year that we remember that spring is not too far away. Tu B'Shvat marks the time that spring traditionally begins in Israel. It is a time when the winter rain subsides and budding begins. It is for this reason that we commonly eat fruits native to Eretz Yisrael: barley, dates, figs, grapes, pomegranates, olives, and wheat. A Tu B'Shvat Seder is a Kabbalistic custom where people celebrate together the Jewish holiday of Tu B'Shvat. The Seder involves a variety of fruits, each symbolizing different stages of growth and the agricultural cycle. Similar to the Passover Seder, either one person leads or everyone takes turns, as every fruit involved in the cup of wine is blessed. Additionally, in the nature of this holiday, the Seder is a call to action. While the Tu B'Shvat Seder is meant to be a celebration of our relationship with nature, it is also a time of education and reflection, a time to look at our impact on the world around us and change the way to interact with our environment during the coming year. Finally, the trees represent the tree of life, our Torah, and we celebrate our heritage Israel as well as the book that our ancestors left for us.
Thank you, Marcy. So now I'm going to invite Sylvia and Norman Beal to come up and to lead us in the candle blessing. And I also wanted to thank them. They recently donated some signs to the congregation. I understand they're glow-in-the-dark signs. Is that correct?
Yeah, glow-in-the-dark.
Oh, that's amazing. And so we needed some new signs. Thank you so much for doing that. I'm going to come over while you do this.
Okay. This is the hardest part.
You did amazing.
Right.
And are you going to read?
Norman's going to read.
Okay, so I need to come.
Because it's a different prayer.
Turn to the next page.
Here it is.
Right here, you're reading this and then doing the blessing.
We start by lighting the Shabbat candles on the Shabbat. Light gives way to seeing, a seeing of logic and reason, a seeing of love and kindness. We begin Shabbat with this beautiful ritual. Light the candles and say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher gedashon b'mitzvosov l'haglek ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you.
I thought it was a different prayer.
Thank you so much. And I wanted to call up Joel Golden, who's going to lead us in the Kiddush. Yeah. Joel, thank you. He can go any way he wants to. Thank you. So you're going to read the next section, the reader, and then the copy.
Next, we say a blessing over the wine. The wine is made from fruit from the vine, allowing us to be nourished and to sanctify God's creation on earth. We rejoice together in the blessings that this earth has given us. Raise your glasses and say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. Amen.
Switch with you. And we need another reader for the next part. So raise your hand if you're willing to be a reader, and somebody will bring you a microphone. Thank you. Yasher Koach, thank you.
Oh, you did it. I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
Okay, where am I reading? Introduction?
Introduction.
The 15th of Shabbat, Jews gather together to remember the miracle of nature and celebrate our relationship to it. It is our original Earth Day. The first almond blossoms have opened, and the sap in the trees is beginning to rise. We come together to reflect on our partnership with the earth and our connection with nature. Man's very name, Adam, is derived from the word earth, Adamah. While man is at once the pinnacle of creation, the master and caretaker of the world, he is also dependent on the earth for his most basic needs. The Torah, in outlining the negative commandment of destroying fruit trees, refers to man himself as a tree of the field. Deuteronomy 20:19. Our sages learn from this verse a prohibition against needless destruction. In other words, fruit trees serve as the archetype for man's relationship and responsibility to his environment. Quote, and during Adam's first night in the garden, God took him by the hand and led him to every seed-bearing tree, telling Adam, quote, see my works, how lovely and praiseworthy they are. All that I created, I have created for you.
Excellent. Next reader, raise your hand. If you're willing, over here. Thank you. Raj.
Thank you. Shabbat Shalom. Okay. It is also traditional that the first time we do something or experience something new, we say the Shekianu.
So together, we're going to say the Shehechianu in Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Shehechianu V'kiyamanu V'higianu Lazman Hazeh.
Praise be you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who has kept us alive, sustained us, and permitted us to reach this season.
Continue.
Okay.
Ruth.
Okay.
Leader. Where it says leader at the bottom. Washing up hands.
Benjamin Franklin once wrote, when the well is dry, only then we know the worth of water. Water provides sustenance for our stomachs and souls. It is the home for millions of plant and animal species and a regulator for world temperature.
Reader.
Do you want me to continue?
However, water can also be devastating, causing mudslides and flooding and carrying toxins that pollute our environment and endanger our health.
Trees anchor our soil, soak up our rain, and filter our drinking water. In essence, they make our life force livable. Our ecosystem as a whole and all that depends on it is completely interconnected. This idea is reflected in the teaching of Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, who once taught 3 things are of equal importance: earth, humans, and rain. Rabbi Levi ben Hiata said to teach that without earth, there is no rain, and without rain, the earth cannot endure, and without either, humans cannot exist. Genesis Rabbah.
So we don't have things to wash our hands because I forgot it, but no, she can do this. Do you want to say the blessing, or no, you don't want to do it? Okay. But so pretend that you're washing your hands because we don't, so we're pretending to wash our hands.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al netilat yadayim.
Another reader. Jackie. Yes.
And on the banks on both sides of the river, there will grow all kinds of trees for food. Their leaves will not wither, nor their fruit fail, but they will bear fresh fruit every month. because the water for them flows from the sanctuary. Their fruit will be for food, and their leaves for healing.
Thank you. And we don't have to say where it all comes from. I'm just telling you. So if you would join in a tree of life. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. It is the tree of life to those that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It is the tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. The Baruch Hu, if it is your custom to rise for the Baruch Hu, in body, mind, or spirit. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Vaed. You may be seated. So, Moshe's wife says, you know, Moshe, when we were younger and we would sit together, you would always give me the biggest, choicest pieces of the dessert and the meat, and, you know, and like every single time I felt so cared for because you were always giving me the biggest pieces. And, you know, now, like, we're eating and you're taking the bigger pieces. He says, well, you know, you've learned to cook better. We now partake in the first 5 fruits and nuts of the 15 that we will be eating today, or maybe 15, or maybe more. On Tu B'Shvat, we are commanded to eat 15 different fruits, symbolizing the 5 days of Shvat leading up to the holiday. I need another reader. Raise your hand if you'll read, please. Thank you. I love to try the carob.
Why today do we specifically eat fruits that are grown in Israel? In the Tanakh, Isaiah is recorded as
So we're at the bottom of page 5, that little section at the very bottom of page 5. It says, we eat these fruits and nuts.
We eat these fruits and nuts to remind us that appearances remain deceiving. Although seemingly inedible from the outside, when peeled or shelled, will transcend their outward appearance. We call this section of the SEDER actualization because, like winter, which has laid dormant for a long time, these fruits and nuts contain within them the unique potential to reveal the hidden secrets of creation.
Thank you. Another reader, please.
I'll read. In the Tanakh, Isaiah is recorded as prophesizing that in the days to come, Jacob will take root, Israel will blossom and sprout, and they will fill the whole world with fruit. Isaiah 27:16. For over 2,000 years, Jews were exiled from living in the land of Israel. For over 2,000 years, the Jewish people were without a home. Now we can fulfill Isaiah's prophecy, if not only filling the world with fruit, but partaking in its offerings as well.
Somebody else, raise your hand. Thank you.
Here.
Additionally, because of their
Hard outside.
hard outsides, these foods represent the human tendency to judge others on their outer appearance. Judaism teaches us that people are so much more than they appear. And eating these fruit reminds us that despite our size, shape, or color, we all carry a divine spark within, because each of us is created in the image of God.
B'Tselem Elohim. So now we're going to partake of any of the 5 following hard shell fruits and nuts. So look at your tray and choose either almond, walnut, pomegranate, peanut, coconut, pecan, chestnut, pistachio, or banana. And if you forgot what I said, it's right there in the middle of page 6. While eating, you can turn to your partner or your person at your table and ask each other, what gets you up in the morning? What gets you up in the morning? What gets you up in the morning? Your dog. Oh, that's very good. Oh my goodness, that's good. Can I use your plate?
Exactly the same with me.
Oh, I have a plate.
Every once in a while, I need
Yay. Okay, another reader?
We can't do it.
I frequently. Another reader? I'd love to try a piece of coconut. I'd love a piece of coconut.
I frequently tramped 8 or 10 miles through the deepest snow to keep an appointment with a beech tree or a yellow birch or an old acquaintance among the pines.
Thank you. And we're going to sing Eretz Zavat Kalav. So while you're munching, don't choke. Eretz Zavat Kalav, Kalav U'Dvash, 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 Eretz Zavat Kalav, Zavat Kalav U'Dvash, Eretz Zavat Kalav, Kalav U'Dvash, Eretz Zavat Kalav, Kalav U'Dvash. You can just sit down anywhere and join a table. I'm so glad you're here and welcome. So it tells you what that means at the bottom, a land flowing with milk and honey. Eretz is land. Together on page 7 at the top, we're going to read, for fruit from a tree, Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, Borei peri ha'etz. And next to it, Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, Borei peri ha'adama. Another reader. Ellen, you want to read next?
Who?
Thank you.
Where are you?
Right there behind you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. If you remove one nut from a pile of walnuts, every nut in the pile will be shaken. Similarly, if one person sins, the whole community will suffer. Midrash Song of Songs, Rabbah 1. The Torah compares humans to trees because, like humans, trees have the power to grow. And as humans have children, so trees bear fruit. And when a human is hurt, cries of pain are heard throughout the world. So when a tree is chopped down, its cries are heard throughout the world.
Thank you. And now we're going to sing this song. Some of you may know it because we've sung it before. Yeah, 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 yeah. 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 We got all the life to live. We all got a gift to give. Just open up your heart and let it out. We all got a piece to bring. We all got a song to sing. Just open up your heart and let it out. Yeah. When I reach out to you and you to me, we become B'Tselem Elohim. When we share our hopes and our dreams, each one of us B'Tselem Elohim. Yeah, 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 yeah. 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 So now I wanted to wish the birthday people for February. A happy birthday. And we have Barbara Leaf. Happy birthday, Barbara Leaf. Gloria Stein on the 15th. Happy birthday, Gloria. And Marty Binder. Binder. Happy birthday, Marty and Gloria and Barbara. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. And many more. So now we're turning to page 8 at the top, and we're going to rise for the Shema. This is the version of Shema that I wrote, so you see the words are a little different. Thank you. You may be seated. Next reader. I see Jackie.
What are we listening? Oh, excuse me. What are we listening to? Are we listening to the voices of many? Are we listening to that still small inner voice? What do these watchwords mean to you? How might you interpret oneness?
So the next question, turn to somebody at your table. What keeps you up at night? What worries you?
Making it to the bathroom on time.
What keeps you up at night?
Door by door.
Okay. Sometimes.
Three of us, probably.
Next reader. We need to work on that.
Next reader would like to read. Would you like to read?
The bottom of page 8.
Right there, reader.
Yeah, I see it. On Tu B'Shvat, most of the winter rain has already passed, and the roots of the trees begin to suckle from the new rains of the current winter, and no longer suckle from last year's rains. Talmud Yerushalmi.
The section of our Seder is called Formation, and it is marked by eating fruits with pits at the center. Next reader. Gloria.
Don't choke on the pit.
Although these pits are often discarded, we must remember that they are the seeds that means to rebirth. We eat these fruits to remind us that every flowering tree was once bearing, every budded field once bare, and that means to growth can sometimes come from the most overlooked places.
Thank you. Somebody else. Stacy, you want to read next?
I was going to say a joke, but anyway.
This lesson translates into how we treat the world. The Talmud teaches us everything created in God's world matters. God did not create a single thing in vain. We eat pitted fruits to remind us that all of God's creatures are valuable and significant, and that before we discard anything or anyone, we should take the time to find that value, to explore the hidden spark within us all.
Partake of any of the following pitted fruits: dates, cherries, olives, pears, plums, apricots, hackleberries, or avocado. So look at your table and find that and tell your joke, Gloria.
It's only 3 sentences.
Well, okay.
The mighty oak was once a nut that stood its ground. That's 2 sentences.
Love it.
That's it.
That's nice.
me.
I like it. So please say with me the prayer as you're finding your thing to eat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri ha'etz. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri ha'adamah.
Somebody needs the mic.
Another reader before the silent meditation. I think Marcia, right, wanted to read next? Marcia. You, yeah.
Wait for the mic.
There you go. Yeah.
Thank you. When in your war against a city, you have to besiege it a long time in order to capture it. You must not destroy its trees, wielding the axe against them. You may eat of them, but you must not cut them down. Are trees of the field human to withdraw before you under siege? Only trees that you know not yield food may be destroyed. You may cut them down for constructing siege works against the city that is waging war against you until it has been destroyed. Deuteronomy 20:19-20.
We are not also trees, we humans. Are we also capable of bearing fruit of knowledge, of art, of love, of kindness? Who is to say that the message was somehow lost, that only the growing trees matter, when perhaps the message was that all life matters?
We think of those who are on our healing list. We think of them as they suffer from spiritual, physical, or emotional trauma. Rita Osman, Andy Beta, Michelle Bernstein, Joe Burns, Stacy Chansky, Michelle Eric, Jessica Fagenbaum, Wendy Frank, Laura Gallagher, Holly Golden, Fern Haber, Tara Hollander, Vicki Hollander, Larry Horowitz, Shelley Horowitz, Catherine Jackson, Laurie Judge, Harvey Klein, Celia Cohn, Samantha Cohn Bartleman, David Kotlier, Ruth Cromash, Carolyn Latour, Joe Latour, Gloria Lichtenberg, Lori Messinger, Matthew Morales, Dr. Suter Nair, Alfred Puritsky, Helen Pasick, David Perlman, Laura Perlman Devens, Jacqueline Pullins, Lee Resnick, Bob Reynolds, Michael Robbins, Bernie Rosen, Dr. Jack Sabo, Alan Scott, Carol Shore, Miriam Sivak, Gloria Stein, Harry Stone, Michelle Stone, Jacob Viner, Naomi Volan, Charles Wood, Robert Young.
And hold on, I will ask you, I'm changing things up a little, so in a couple minutes I'll ask you for more names. In the meantime, you can notice that, of course, Gloria is here with us, and a few of the other people that we've named are in the room, so thank God that they are recovering and with us. And so turn to your neighbor and ask, or answer, when was the last time you experienced a God moment? A God moment.
I guess the last time I had a child born.
Wow.
The special.
For me, it was this morning, finding out I didn't have a brain tumor. Oh my God. If it wasn't enough, you know, they told me like all these things. Oh, you might have, and you might have.
I have a huge tumor here in my left front sinus. I don't even have a left front sinus. It's a complete tumor, but it never becomes cancerous.
Take a moment now for silent meditation. Not yet. So take in a deep breath. All the things you heard, all the things you're thinking about, just take a quick minute or two and just minds for a moment, to just kind of look inside our own soul. How else can we have a God moment? What else can we do to create God moments for others? What does that mean to you? We're at the top of page 10. Eitz chaim hi lemachazim kimba v'tomechecha meusha diracha noam v'chon v'ohecha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'neshuva nashuva Chadesh Chadesh Ameinu Chadesh Ameinu Kekedem. Would you be the reader for Diana? Diana, would you read it?
Had we purchased 100% recycled paper, which is what we do have tonight, but not reduced our paper usage, Dayenu, would it be enough? Had we reduced our paper usage buying products with less packaging and printing on scrap paper, but never saved electricity, Dayenu, would it be enough? Had we saved electricity buying energy-efficient appliances and installing LED light bulbs, but not planted a tree, Dayenu, would it be enough? Had we planted a tree but not safeguarded our forests, Dayenu, would it be enough? Had we safeguarded our forests, writing to Congress and asking for stricter logging restrictions but not cleaned up our streams, Dayenu, would it be enough? Had we cleaned up our streams but not cleaned up our rivers, Dayenu, would it be enough? Had we cleaned up our rivers but not taught our children about the importance of protecting our environment, Dayenu, would it be enough? Okay. I think that I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree whose hungry mouth is pressed against the earth's sweet flowing breast, a tree that looks at God all day and lifts her leafy arms to pray, a tree that may in summer wear a nest of robins in her hair, upon whose bosom snow has lain, who intimately lives with rain. Poems are made by fools like me, but only God can make a tree. I think most of us remember that from our school days, and thank you, Joyce Kilmer, for that beautiful poem.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'm going to sing the song. This is a new version of Dayenu. I hope you're going to tap your table. It's a Noah Aronson version of Dayenu. Hotzianu mitzrayim, Dayenu, Dayenu. Ilu hotzianu mitzrayim, Dayenu, Dayenu. Dayenu, Dayenu, Dayenu. Dayenu, Dayenu. Dayenu, Dayenu, Dayenu. Dayenu, Dayenu, Dayenu. Ilu hotzianu mitzrayim, Dayenu, Dayenu. Ilu hotzianu mitzrayim, Dayenu, Dayenu. It would have been enough for us. It would have been enough. It would have been enough for us. It would have been enough. It would have been enough for us. It would have been enough. Dayenu. Would have been enough for us. It would have been enough. It would have been enough for us. It would have been enough. It would have been enough for us. It would have been enough. Dayenu, Dayenu. Ilu Hotzianu mi Mitzrayim. Dayenu, Dayenu. Ilu Hotzianu mi Mitzrayim. Dayenu, Dayenu. I thought that was just so cool. Next reader. I see Wendy over there.
One needs access to the enjoyment of the beauties of nature. Meadows full of flowers, majestic mountains, flowing rivers. For all these are essential to the spiritual development of even the holiest of people. This section of our Seder is called creation and is symbolized by the eating fruits that are entirely edible. We eat these fruits to remind us of the wholeness of the world, that after each day of creation, God paused, looking at all of his work and remarking that it was good. As we partake in these fruits, we remember that although our lives may feel rushed, we too must pause to look at the wholeness of creation. We take the time to look at the wholeness of our own creations, to examine our relationship with the world, with our fellow man, with our primary familial relationships, and make the necessary changes so that we may live in harmony with creation. We call our actions good. We look for changes we can make. We now take a moment to reflect on questions like these and make our own Tu B'Shvat resolutions. Speak with your table mates. We think of those. Are we stopping?
Go ahead.
We think of those that are in need of healing, physically, emotionally, or spiritually. We say their names aloud to each other at our tables and hold them in our hearts. May our prayers be heard throughout the land and the heavens, and may our lives be a blessing, remembering the blessings that these named have brought to our lives. Together, the Mishaberach.
And now, before we do that, other names of people that you're asking for healing, Marcia. Thank you, Marcy. Thank you. Any other names, Jackie? Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you. I saw another Zimmer. Yes. Thank you, Ellen. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Yes, Roz. Thank you. Yes. Gary. Anybody else? Yes. Jean, thank you. Jackie. Planet Earth, yes. Thank you, Marcy. Thank you. Did I miss anyone?
Me,
Yes.
Donna and Bill Field.
Donna and Bill Field. Yeah. Okay, please say the Mishaberach with me or sing it. Mishaberach Avotinu Mikor HaBracha May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mikor habracha le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema. The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Kenny Hiratzon, may it be thy will to grant our prayer. What is your highest aspiration this year? Turn to the person next to you. Maybe turn to the other side this time. Your highest aspiration this year. For me, it's finishing rabbinical school. Thank you.
For me to be more patient.
Me too. That's another one I'm really working on. May I have God's vision?
This is the center. This is also.
Thank you. I knew that. We didn't get there yet. So now we're going to partake of any 5 of the following fruits that have edible skins. We're at the bottom of page 11 that don't have pits, such as grapes, apples, dates, pears. Well, some grapes do, but some grapes don't. Pears, carob, raisins, strawberry, or blueberry. So look at your plate, figure out one of those that you can partake of, and we're going to say the blessing together. Turning to page 12 at the top. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri ha'ama. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri ha'etz. Harold, as you're eating, Harold runs over to see his therapist. He has this dream that he saw his mother's face that was talking to him, and so he was up all night. He was so upset. He runs to the therapist, and he says to the therapist, "No, I have this terrible dream about my mother, and she's like talking to me and yelling at me and telling me I'm doing stuff wrong, and I don't know why, but I came right here." The therapist said, "Did you eat breakfast first?" Next reader, Valerie.
It's going to be Suzanne. Right here.
No part of the date palm is wasted. The fruit is eaten. The embryonic, that's what it is.
Branches, lulav,
branches, are used for the 4 species of Sukkot. The mature fronds can cover a sukkah. The flowers between the branches can make strong ropes. The leaves can be woven into nuts and baskets. The trunks can be used for rafters. Similarly, no one is worthless in Israel. Some are scholars, some do good deeds, and some work for social justice.
And Israel meaning us as a people. So please sing this song with me. There are plants and trees that give us nearly everything we need. But don't forget they started out as tiny little seeds. You can throw them in the air, or you can hold them in your hand. But someday those tiny seeds will grow, and trees will fill the land. So take our little seed, plant it in the ground, and the seeds will grow as the seasons flow, with branches all around. And the seeds will grow as the seasons flow, with branches all around. In the Torah it is written, that's not what's here, sorry, the Talmud one. The Talmud story is written many years ago that every plant has a special star to teach it how to grow. If you happen to be planting and someone comes along, finish what you're doing and together sing this song. So take a little seed, plant it in the ground, and the seeds will flow as the seasons flow, with branches all around. And the seeds will grow as the seasons flow, with branches all around. Thank you. Reader on page 11 at the top. Excuse me, page 13, my mistake. We're on 12? 13, at the top of page 13, my mistake. Thank you guys for getting me together.
Master of the universe, grant me the ability to be alone. May it be my custom to go outdoors each day among the trees and grass, among all growing things. And there may I be alone and enter into prayer to talk with the one to whom I belong. May I express there everything in my heart, and may all the foliage of the field, all grasses, trees, and plants awake at my coming, to send the powers of their life into the words of my prayer, so that my prayer and speech are made whole through the life and spirit of all growing things, which are made as one by their transcendent source. May I then pour out the words of my heart before your presence like water, O Lord, and lift up my hands to you in worship on my behalf and that of my children.
Amen. Please rise if it's your custom in body, mind, or spirit for the V'ahavta. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol modecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'diborta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'aderech uv'shakbecha uv'kumecha uv'shartam liot al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot beinenecha Utavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha. L'ma'an tizkaru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hietem kadoshim lelohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem lelohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem.
And Sharon, will you continue the next part? Tell them they can.
You can be seated. The Talmud teaches us that the apple tree has the fragrance of the Garden of Eden, and the fragrance of Garden of Eden was that of a field of apples. Ta'anet 29b. Each day we must pause from our lives to notice the small wonders of earth, the smell of dew, the color of the changing leaves, the sounds of birds migrating south for winter. Only then will we know God's paradise and experience that which lays hidden in the crevices of our world. On your tables, you'll find a little yellow bag, and this has all spice in it. Smell the fragrance of the spice and pass it along.
Adonai Eloheinu v'samim, borei minei v'samim, amen. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la.
Okay. Every part of the vegetable world is singing a song and bringing forth a secret of the divine mystery of creation. Rav Kook. The tree of life has 500,000 kinds of fruit, each differing in taste. The appearance of one fruit is not like the appearance of the other, and the fragrance of one fruit is not like the fragrance of the other. Clouds of glory hover above the tree, and from the four directions winds blow on it, so that its fragrance is wafted from the world's end to the world's end.
Every part?
Or all the world. Oh, every
world.
All the world sings to you. The world sings to you. The song of the trees when the wind stirs their leaves. The song of the earth when rain soothes its thirst. The song of the seas when waves are set free. The song of the sky when hummingbirds fly.
Thank you. We now are going to do the mourner's Kaddish. Sharon, were you doing this? You had the words and stuff? Yes. Sorry. Yes.
We have concluded.
The names. The names.
Oh, the names.
We don't need to raise yet. We're going to name people's names. Come in and join us. Come on in. Find a table, sit wherever you want. There's plenty of room here at the front if you want to be up here.
We honor and remember those who have recently passed with love. I'm sorry to share with you that the son of Donna and Bill Field died yesterday, Robert Field. Sandra Amber, Joe Brusso, Goldie Shevlin, Vincent Quasi, Paul Fagenbaum, Leonard Feynman, Yocheved Gold, Renee Good, Jonathan Harvey, Stephen Leff, Shawneen McNally, Beverly Orell, Alex Preddy, Vivian Pronin, Marvin Shenagel, Bill Tarlow, Jesse Waterston. Our February yard sites we remember with love: Oscar Abrin, Irving Becker, Rita Becker, Aaron Binder, Richard Brusso, Martin Cohen, Phil DeLeon, Louis Elman, Marguerite Farkas, Harold Feynman, Lillian E. Feldman, Charles P. Ferdin, Shirley Glenn, Harriet Krems Greenberg, Alfred Grosky, Fran Grossman, Miriam Herbst, Saul Herbst, Gertrude Hoffman, David Jacobs, Bertha Jandorf, Fedora Jett, Richard Kahn, Sarah Kowalski, Harvey Metzger, Clara Migdal, Hai Osofsky, George Peltz, Max Pilch, Leona Radak, Belle Rose, Samuel Rose, Ann Rosenberg, Max Sheffer, Marvin Shankup, Shira Shaman Pruskin, Pamela Siegel, Lawrence Sivak, Victor Taylor, Lee Weiner, Marks Gilbert A. Zinn.
Does anyone have other names to add?
Valerie.
Anyone else? Okay. So we're rising for the mourner's Kaddish.
We're not quite concluded, but you're going to read it anyway.
We're close. Yikadal v'yikadal. Oh,
You have to read.
read this first. Sorry. We have concluded our Seder. Almost concluded our Seder. We have looked at the 15 species there about and explored how each one is tied to our relationship with Adonai and the physical world around us. As we finish, we remember that we have an obligation to care for the earth, to utilize it while we are here, while we preserve it for generations to come. We now remember those whom we have lost within the recent weeks, or those who we have lost at this season. We preserve their memories by becoming the example of who they were on this earth, and by recalling and speaking their names out loud. We give generously in their honor of our time, our kindness, and our talent.
We already spoke their names out loud.
Yes.
Okay.
So
You want to Kaddish or let Sharon?
Please rise for, okay. Yiskadal v'yiskadash shemei Rabbah, bi'olma divrat kirasei v'yamlich machusei, b'chayachon u'v'mechon u'v'chayedecho beis Yisrael, b'gala v'zman kariv v'yimeru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach li'olam olamei alamaya, Yisparach v'yistabach v'yisparar v'yisramam v'yisnasei, v'yisadar v'yisalev v'yisalo, shmei dekudashah brichu, le'elo min kol birchasa v'shirasa, tushbechasa v'nechamasa, da'amiron b'yalma v'yimeru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael, v'yimeru amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, Hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael, v'yal kol yoshvei tevel, v'yimeru. Amen. May their memories, all of them, and all of our loved ones be for blessings. And let us say together, Amen.
Did you count how many people are in the room? You may be seated. And we're getting close to the end. We have announcements and a couple of other things and a couple of songs. But so Moshe goes to the restaurant, and he's at the restaurant, and he's sitting there, and he calls over the chef, and the chef said, and he points to his soup, and the chef says, "No, it's the same soup. I serve it to you every week." You know, he goes on his way, and Moshe calls him over again. He points to the soup, and the chef says, "I already told you, it's the same soup. It's your matzah soup. You eat it every week." Yeah. And he's like, so he goes away again, and Moshe calls him over again. He goes, "What?" He's like, "It's the same soup. I already told you." He says, "Try it." The chef looks down. He goes, "There's no spoon." "Ah," he says. Okay. So we have Ruth that's going to say a few things, and then the announcements. Okay.
Hi, I just want you to know that Carol put together this gorgeous, wonderful Hadassah and Seder in a record time, and it looks like people are enjoying it. So I want to know, is anyone here for the very first time? Hello, welcome. But you've been here before, but
For the first time at a Seder.
Seder. Well, that was my next question. Has anyone, I think I'll switch it around, been to a Tu B'Shvat Seder before? So a few hands up, but not many. So hopefully we'll make this a tradition. I see people nodding yes, and that's wonderful.
And let us know if there's something that you saw that you want to do differently, or, a suggestion.
Yes. And we're certainly glad that you were here with us tonight, and that we're trying to do some new things and fun things for you, and we're hoping to continue in this phase of some surprises. I see a hand up, Gloria.
I want to thank whoever put the centerpieces with the fruit together. Thank you so much.
Several of us did it, and we.
Community up.
It was, yes, it was, as it should be, and we want to thank the people here at Azalea for bringing us these round tables with the beautiful blue cloths, and I'm hoping that you enjoyed being at tables with other people. It seemed to feel good. Okay, be well.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to Cantor Carol for all that she did. Thank you to Cantor Carol and for Ruth, because they bought all the fruits and vegetables that you see in front of you.
And for taking the Disney Get Quitted.
And for the bagels and cream cheese.
And there's bagels and cream cheese for you to nosh. There's cookies for you to nosh to finish the fruit. And our announcements. This Tuesday, February 10th, 7 p.m., we have our Touch of Torah with the videos of the late Rabbi Barry and more about the upcoming Torah Parsha. Friday, February 13th, next Friday, we have a very special Shabbat of love and music with our guest performer, Hannah Rose, who was with the Holocaust Survivor Band. If her father is up to it, he's quite elderly, but if he's up to it, he'll be here playing the piano. And we're going to have some Jewish songs, some Yiddish songs, and our Shabbat celebration, so please don't miss that. Cantor Carol will be traveling to see her loved ones, and so we're on our own for a couple of weeks. Tuesday, February 17th at 7 p.m., we have our Touch of Jewish History, featuring the story of Louis D. Brandeis, the U.S. Supreme Court Justice from 1916 to 1939. That's on Zoom on February 17th. And on February 20th at 7 p.m., we have a Shabbat dinner at Ruth Sabo's home in Lake Worth Beach. She's providing the whole dinner. If you'd like to bring refreshments like such as dessert or drinks, please let me know, and please text or call 561-968-0688, the congregation phone, to let me know that you're coming, because we already have like 15 people and she can only hold maybe 25 to 30. So get your RSVP in. Wait a minute, I got more.
I got more about that.
You want?
I just want to add, if someone's a vegetarian or a vegan, I can accommodate you, but you have to tell us ahead of time, okay?
Yep. Perfect. On Wednesday, February 25th at 3 p.m. at the South County Civic Center, which is on Jog Road between Delray and Boca, they're having an interfaith dialogue, and I have the sheet here. Hold on, let me read it to you. It's an interfaith dialogue with Reformed Jewish Rabbi Alan Sherman and Southern Baptist minister Herb Sennett, they were co-authors of a book called A Most Unusual Friendship. That's Wednesday, February 25th at 3 p.m. at the South County Civic Center on Jog Road, 16700. Now, there's a few people joining for lunch beforehand at 1:30 at Henry's, but if you are going to come to that, please let Cantor Carol know so that she can make appropriate reservations with the restaurant. That's
SHVAT is actually making the reservations, but if you want to come to this event, I thought it would be a great lunch and learn if you'd like to join us, so please join us.
Got a couple more for you. So Sunday, March 29th at 12:30 p.m. at Flakowitz, we're having our pre-Passover Seder. Now, this was a Tu B'Shvat Seder. That's a Passover Seder with L'Dor Va-Dor, and it's $50 per member and $60 per friend or guest. We need those reservations whenever, you want to start making them. And save the date for Holy Mitzvah. She's a Rabbi. Concert and celebration for Cantor Carol with Noah Aronson in concert. That's on July 12th. Mark your calendars, 11:30 to 3:30. And we'll have more details about that later. It's going to be at Mel's Way Bistro, which is off of Lake Worth Road. Look for us on social media. If you don't get our newsletter, please let us know and sign up for that. There's a sign-up sheet on the table near the doorway. And Shabbat Shalom. Thank you to Jim and Carol and my husband and Valerie and Suzanne and Phyllis and all the people that helped put everything together. And if you want white grape juice, red grape juice, lemonade, or water, all of it is on that table behind this table here. So please get your drinks there and stay to schmooze at your table. There's cookies, there's bagels, there's more fruits and vegetables. So please help yourself. Shabbat Shalom and happy Earth Day.
Shana Tova Tikategu, Shana Tova Tikategu, Tikategu, Vetikategu. L'shana tova tikatevu, l'shana tova tikatevu, tikatevu, vetikatemu. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat